What's up guys, Star Soldier 17 here and welcome to another video. Today I'll be talking about the lore about my personal favorite demon Yoshitsune. If you aren't familiar with Yoshitsune, he was a legendary Japanese warrior during the Heian period of Japan. He was also the muscle behind his half-brother Yoritomo as he took over control of Japan. It is safe to say that Yoshitsune was the most popular figure of this time period and is still romanticized to this day. Let's jump into some real-life history and exploits, then I'll discuss his role in Megaten. And I'll also reference an often most skill loadout for Persona 5 Royal, as it is the most recently released Megami Tensei game prior to Shin Megami Tensei V releasing. Minamoto Yoshitsune was born in 1159 and died in June 15, 1189. Yoshitsune was the son of Minamoto Yoshitomo, who lived from 1123 to 1160. Yoshitomo was killed while seeking refuge after his defeat by Taira Kiyomori in the Heian disturbance of 1159. Kiyomori did not kill the infant Yoshitsune. He was placed in a monastery near the capital of Kyoto. This is where Yoshitsune trained to become a Buddhist priest. According to the Japanese lore, on a bridge near that monastery, Yoshitsune encountered Benkei, who challenged him to a sword match. Easily defeated by Yoshitsune, Benkei became a trusted advisor to Yoshitsune. At the age of 15, Yoshitsune ran away from the monastery to join his older brother Yoritomo in the Honshu region of northern Japan. Despite his youth, Yoshitsune proved to be a military genius in the revolt Yoritomo had raised against Kiyomori. Provided with an army by Yoritomo, he was ordered to advance against the forces of his cousin Minamoto Yoshinaka, who threatened Yoritomo's plans for domination of Japan at this time. Victorious over Yoshinaka, Yoshitsune occupied Kyoto. He then attacked the remaining Taira forces along the inland sea, annihilating them in a famous naval battle during the spring of 1184. While in Kyoto, Yoshitsune became a favorite of the emperor and his court, arousing Yoritomo's jealousy. Yoshitsune's attempt to visit his brother in the northern city of Kamakura was rebuffed with a letter charging the younger man of having taken arbitrary actions against his campaigns. Yoshitsune then attempted to raise a rebellion against him with the aid of his uncle Minamoto Yuki, but failing, he was forced to flee. Hunted by his brother's soldiers, Yoshitsune wandered Japan for several years, often in the guise of a monk, before taking refuge with Fujiwara Hidehira, a powerful independent lord in northern Japan. When Hidehira died in 1187, after exacting a promise from his son to protect Yoshitsune, the son, fearful of Yoritomo, sent soldiers to surround Yoshitsune and force his suicide. His head was then sent to Yoritomo, preserved in sake. Yoritomo, who was seeking to consolidate and complete all of his conquests, destroyed the Fujiwara quarters, bringing all of Japan under his control. The interesting thing about this demon is that they aren't really considered an essential part in any story. In Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, Yoshitsune is one of Raidu's demons used against the Demi-Fiend, but the Demi-Fiend cannot exclusively control just Yoshitsune. It has to be through Raidu and using the Enter Yoshitsune move. In Shin Megami Tensei 4, Yoshitsune is obtained in a fusion accident with no story impact. In order to fuse Yoshitsune, you have to use a KO'd Foul Demon and the Yuki in order to help raise your odds of getting a Yoshitsune. Please note that Yoshitsune can also teach Flynn Javelin Rain and Bad Company through Demon Whispering. It should also be noted in 4, many of the Fang demons are fused in a similar manner. The same also applies for Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse, as they are a Fang demon in this game as well. You can also buy the DLC and do the Godslayer Needs Demon Quest. Again, no story impact in Apocalypse either. In Soul Hackers, you can fuse Yoshitsune as it is between levels 60 to 80, and it is a new moon fused with a Hachiman. In Devil Summoner, Rado Kuzunoa vs. Soulless Army, Yoshitsune is a secret demon and you have to go to the training hall to the 4th floor, and you must defeat the demon in battle. Then, Raidu must be level 36 or higher to use Yoshitsune in battle. In Shin Megami Tensei Imagine, Yoshitsune played a part in the 2013 summer event, where players could obtain and upgrade events of him named after different landmarks in his life. The final variant in this chain was Hasotobe Yoshitsune, which learned the signature spin move, Hasotobe. He returned as a minor NPC as a subject of Mo Shubu's affections and the 2014 Valentine's event is the player support in the White Day event. This plugin in non-variant form were added during the 7th anniversary event, where players could fuse him in a special double fusion of Tokisada and Daisuji. He was added as a permanent obtainable plugin with the implementation of Mount Kurama, along with the weaker variants from the initial event. In Persona 4, Yoshitsune was of the Tower Arcana. He must be level 75 or higher to fuse him. To perform a Pentagon fusion spread, he cannot be fused before July 10th, as a Pentagon fusion would not be unlocked by then. Yoshitsune is one of the 2 personas that have access to the most potent status buff skill, Heat Riser. He also has the strongest area-based, multi-hit type physical attack, Hasotobe. If you remember to pay attention to the fusion forecast, December 19th will grant him the Arms Master skill. This skill is also inheritable from Masakado, while December 24th will give him the unique skill Debilitate. I would like to reiterate that Yoshitsune is very OP in this game. Persona 4 animation, in the true ending, Margaret summons Yoshitsune to attack you and help him regain confidence to fight against Izanami no Okami. Now please note that I'm not sure if this is considered canon, but it does have impact in regards to the story in Persona 4, but in Persona 4 Golden this is not the case. There isn't too much to note with Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, as he's just used by Margaret as her persona. In Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, Yoshitsune is the 7th persona of the Tower Arcana and can be obtained through the Advanced Fusion in the Velvet Room. The Advanced Fusion recipe for Yoshitsune is unlocked once the protagonist reaches rank 5 of the Strength Confidant with Caroline and Justine. As Futsunushi is the ultimate persona of the Magician Arcana, Yoshitsune can only be obtained following the completion of Morgana's Confidant in the true ending route. Yoshitsune is the first persona to learn Brave Blade, and one of 3 personas to learn Last Stand. He is also one of 4 to learn Fast Heal and Electric Amp. He learns his physical skill, Hasotobe, and when itemized through the Electric Chair execution, Yoshitsune produces the Yusi Midori Sword. Yoshitsune is also a required persona for the Advanced Fusion to summon Chi-Yu. In Persona 5 Royal, the Shadow of Minamoto now takes the form of Yoshitsune. He's immune to physical, he resists fire, he also repels electricity and bless skills. Shadow Minamoto has access to Hasotobe, Charge, Mazio-Dime, Heat Riser, Rebellion, and Rakunda. A charged Hasotobe is very lethal, so the protagonist must bring a persona that blocks physical skills. In the Persona 5 animation, Yoshitsune is seen summoned by Ren in a fight against Sora in Nijima's palace, and later against the Shadow Shido. As you can see in the most recent Persona games, Yoshitsune does not have a particularly meaningful story impact, but the player is rewarded immensely for fusing this demon with the skills it can learn, and the sword given to Yusuke is also very amazing to use. In Devil Survivor 2, Yoshitsune can only be summoned by fusing Osiris and Take Mikazuchi. Sadly, there was no story impact for this game that I was able to find, so if you are aware of some for Devil Survivor 2, please let me know in the comments, or link a video. I would be very interested to know this myself. Well guys, that concludes my video on Yoshitsune. I hope you learned more about this demon, as I really didn't see any content on this history, and I wanted to be the first to do it for Megaten. Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe. Snarf Soldier out.